All right, guys, I hope everybody's doing well. We are going to start on chapter 10 today over circles, and we're going to talk about the parts of a circle. So let's start with the definition of a circle. A circle is the set of all points that are equidistant from a center point. So if we take a look at this circle here, we can draw on the center point right about there. And every point on this circle is the same distance from that center point. So I'm going to pick out a few points that we know are on the circle. And because all of these points are on the circle, that means they are all the same distance away from the center. So the distance from this point to the center is the same as the distance here, which is the same as the distance here, and the same as the distance here. All those distances are the same because every point on the circle has to be the same distance away from the center point. When we draw those segments in, what we are drawing is the radius of the circle. The radius is a segment with one endpoint that's on the circle and one endpoint at the center of the circle. So those four segments that I drew in all represent the radius. All right, there are several other terms that you need to know about a circle. One of them is a chord. So a chord is a segment that connects 2 points on the circle. So if we're going to go down here to our circle, to draw a chord, all we have to do is draw any 2 points on the circle. They can be anywhere on the circle. And the chord is the segment that connects those 2 points. So it would look like that. Okay, a diameter. A diameter is a chord that goes through the center of the circle. So because it's a chord, it still has to connect 2 points on the circle, but it has to also go through the center. So to draw a diameter, let's start with our center point. The diameter has to connect 2 points on the circle, but also go through the center of the circle. So a diameter will look something like this, connects 2 points on the circle, while also going through the center of the circle. Okay, a secant. A secant is a line that passes through a circle at exactly 2 points. So a secant is going to look something like this. We still need to draw 2 points on the circle. They can be anywhere on the circle. And a secant is a line that goes through those 2 points. Okay, so to draw a secant line, should look something like this. So what is the difference between a secant and a chord? The only difference is that a chord is a line segment, meaning it stops, whereas a secant is a line, meaning it goes on forever. So let me highlight that difference here. A chord is a segment, meaning it stops, and a secant is a line, meaning it goes on forever. That's the only difference between a chord and a secant. All right, let's move on to a tangent. A tangent is a line that passes through a circle at exactly 1 point. So if we want to draw a tangent line, we are only going to draw 1 point on the circle. Let's draw it down here. And we need our tangent to be a line that hits that circle at only that one single point. So in order to do that, we can draw a line that only hits the circle once. So it's going to look something like that. So obviously the difference between a secant and a secant hits the circle twice, a tangent hits the circle only once. And then the last thing is a point of tangency. The point of tangency is just the point where the tangent hits the circle. So our point of tangency would be down here where our tangent line hits the circle.